Squirrel right here is one of my best friends. So I want to go back to the Viking times. Drunk Finnish man finding comfort in a pile of snow. Today we're in my home country, Sweden, and right behind me is one of the most unique homes you will ever see. It's almost like James Bond meets Batman, but in the middle of Stockholm. Super cool. This home is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, and it's sitting over 4,500 square feet, and there's so much to show you. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So I'm currently standing on the staircase, and right behind me, down there all the way, that's where you're gonna pull up with your car, and we have a 3-car garage in there. That garage is gonna lead into the house with a separate underground entrance. I think that's one of the coolest things we're ever gonna see on this channel, so stay tuned for that. But I'm making my way up these stairs, and it feels like you're going up sort of a castle vibe. It really feels royal coming up here. And then all of a sudden you're up here, and it's this perfect level backyard, which they managed to do because the designer and the owner of this home, he took this plot from scratch and built it exactly how he wanted it. So they really make sure to incorporate everything that you need in a backyard, whether it comes to entertainment or greenery, they have it all. So the first thing that happens when your guests, let's say, walk up this grand staircase, they're gonna come here to this area on my right, which is going to be an outside dining area. And it's beautifully located over here, circular. We have these lights above us, as well as the green grape vines just eating into this dining area. I think it's a beautiful touch. And from here too, you got great views of the city. One of my favorite outdoor dining places ever. And if we move over here, we're going to have your privacy fence on the right, and right in front of that we have some more vegetation for even more privacy. And if you want your son to grow up and be like Cristiano Ronaldo, you have this great real grass area, because in Sweden this is very much something that you need, the real grass. We have a lot of fresh air here, so you can practice your penalties over here, even some free kicks. It's a great spot for kids to play. But if we bring you to the right side of this front yard, then we're going to have this super unique layout. So on my right over here we have an in-ground trampoline, which makes sense because the edge behind it is quite, the drop from over there is quite large, so you don't want your kids flying over that edge. So it made sense that they put it into the ground. And if you come over here, you're gonna see one of the most unique pools that you've ever seen. So they made this lagoon style 100%, and it looks stunning, and I love the color of the plaster because it gives it that light blue color of the pool. Looks really nice. And as you can notice as well, this is built onto a cliff, so we have some natural elements from this cliff. So if you see, this pool has some natural lagoon caving into it with these natural rocks here. So that's straight from the mountain that this was blown apart from. And if we make our way over here, this is going to be another kid's favorite for sure. It's going to be this bridge that is sectioning off the 2 different sections of this pool. So this is more of a splash pad, and over here it gets pretty deep, almost as deep as me, where I'm 6'2". And if you bring it all the way over here, this is going to be your wooden deck area where you can work on your Swedish tan for a few times out of the year when the sun is out and beautiful, like right now, because we do have a lot of rain. But today, perfect day for a beautiful tan. Let's make our way over this bridge again, because it's gonna lead us to the barbecue area and the social space of this front yard. So over here we got stainless steel barbecue, we got an outdoor faucet as well as the pizza oven. And we take these 2 stone stairs down into this sort of a conversation pit, and you're gonna see that later as well, so that's pretty cool. We have that to wait for, but right now, take a look at this social area. Perfect spot to hang out, oversee the kids, make sure no one is drowning, everyone is feeling good, happy. And right behind me too, we have an outdoor bathroom as well, which is super convenient because you don't want to trek all that water into your beautiful home when you have a beautiful home like this. You want to keep everything dry in there. But enough talking about the outside. This home, obviously, as you can see, is a beautiful architectural design. We got some more natural Swedish vegetation in front of this home, and the glass paneling combined with the stucco and the rock really makes this a unique castle-like feel, but it's also very modern. So this is a very unique home. Also, notice the big wooden doors, makes me want to go back to the Viking times. But without further ado, let's head into this home. Making our way into this home through these wooden doors, we're gonna get greeted by this circular foyer. And if you pay attention, down below we have a circular carpet. Up above, we have some circular lights. And as you can tell too, this coat closet right here is super open and it has that greenery in it too. Super Scandinavian, like it. And they pay attention to the details. Even this thing is a very popular thing in Sweden. It's a shoehorn. It's a designer one, so they really thought of every single detail of this home. And then if cameraman can flip around, we're gonna see some more natural elements. You're going to see a lot of greenery and vegetation throughout this home. And if you look behind me as well, we got some organic materials like these wood slats that are ribbed into this storage space right by your entrance. And to point out as well, we have rocks that are all over this front entrance and this nice black tiling below. But let's take 2 steps up here, because let's get into this kitchen. Last thing from this front entrance is going to be this crystal wiring over here that lightens up the mood of this front entrance. And if you pay attention as well, even the fire extinguisher is highly designer, as you can tell. Super cool touch. I really like the way they think about all the details in this home. And if you bring it into this kitchen over here, we're going to have an oversized kitchen island right in front of me. And this, I can guarantee that no one else will have a replica of this in any home here in Sweden, because this right here is Canadian Labrador. Very hard to get. This piece, they told them, was too oversized to bring into this country. So they had to go get it themselves and then install it themselves. So this is a super unique piece, and we have it on the back side as well. But for sure, you're not going to have anything that is remotely close to this in any other home. To point out as well, we got some additional seating over here. So we got 4 seats, so it makes it a perfect area to eat breakfast. We got a stainless steel sink, as well as plenty of cabinetry and storage throughout this whole kitchen. We got black mirrored paneling on the back side here, as well as some frosted glass here to store away all your cups and plates. And if you pay attention as well, on the back side of here, we're going to have 3 rectangular windows that brings in that natural light, and I think that is beautifully made. Now over here, there is a really cool setup, because we're going to have a dual oven, a microwave, and a coffee maker right in front of your face. So when you wake up, you can have that coffee nice and ready by the push of a button. The freezer and fridge blends beautifully into this wall, and this wall sort of acts like an accent piece, and I really like it. On this side of the island, we're going to have a wine fridge over here to make sure that your wine stays cool. There's also a wine cellar that could be built out below. We'll take you there later, but that's worth to point out. Let's talk about this living room. So this is one of the coolest living rooms I've ever seen. Like I said, the owner and designer of this home really thought about different angles, different curves. This is not your basic home. There's a lot of different curvature and different materials that are used throughout this home that are super unique. Just look at this detail, for example. Right above me, we're going to have this tree giving natural shade to whoever is sitting here on the couch watching the TV on the stone wall. And this accent stone wall also has a fireplace below it, making it the ultimate accent wall for a TV wall. And if you bring it around here, we're going to have picture windows all the way throughout in the back here, and as well as the carpet below. And the carpet below really helps with that acoustic, so you have super nice sound when you're watching your TV. Worth pointing out too is this squirrel right here. He's one of my best friends, so I hope you like him as much as I like him. To finish off this living room area, we have this grand piano that is located beautifully in this corner, giving that nice acoustic once again. And behind it, we have the glass paneling facing over the staircase and the front entrance behind me. And one more thing I want to point out is this floating staircase right here. Almost looks like keys on a piano. Very well made and a super unique touch to a really cool home. Now let's bring it over to the dining table here. And worth noticing too is all of these walls right here has a very unique wallpaper. It kind of makes you feel like you're actually in the forest of Sweden. So this looks like a nice spring day. It looks like a perfect day to pick some blueberries and find some mushrooms with your family. This dining table right here is quite unique as well. We got a leather table, that's a unique touch, as well as these designer chairs. Easily fit 6 people, could easily fit 10 people as well if you want to be creative. But I really like how these walls, dining room, and the carpet below ties this all throughout together. This dining space is also connected to an outside area here as well, so we can have that indoor-outdoor living where you can go out, eat your favorite hot dogs out there as well, and have a little nice family barbecue. So it's nice to see the indoor-outdoor living concept used in Sweden for the few days that we can have it nice and beautiful here. Now let's get over here, because on this floor we're gonna have 2 more cool things to point out. First of all, on my left here is going to be one of the spare bedrooms. So the only bedroom on this floor is going to be this one. We got picture windows out here facing out to your backyard, which we have not seen yet. And this one is connected very closely to one of my favorite spots in this home, which is this spa right here. So in here, We have bonsai trees, we have Swedish trees, even have some moss from the forest that is planted right next to the oversized jacuzzi behind me. I think that jacuzzi looks really cozy, beautifully oversized, multiple of you can fit in there. We got plenty of attachment, rainfall shower, as well as a hose attachment on the side. We even have another little bonsai tree in the corner, as well as some pendant candles. If you look on the right, it's one of the things that is screaming Sweden in my opinion. We have a sauna, and this is an infrared sauna, and it sits beautifully with that white pebble stone below, which makes it super easy to clean and keep it nice and tidy. If you look behind me as well, we're gonna have a dual sink, and even here, we got a really cool faucet design, and it's very well put together, and the owner did not spare any expenses. He even made a cutout right here for some additional white rocks to really tie it all together. Behind me is a nice seating area where you can sit here, get ready. Maybe you're exhausted after a long sauna session, and maybe you want some fresh air. So let's take this exit right here and head to the backyard. Making our way into this backyard, we have these stones that are tactically placed out so you can take your stompers and really get out here to your backyard. This wooden deck wraps around and gets to your outdoor dining area like we just saw. And if you take these rocks here, first of all, if camera can just pan over here super quickly. Behind me we have a classic Swedish rock, and this is how the whole place looked like before the house was put here. So it was just a massive cliff basically that they blew up and put this beautiful home on. Making our way to this space, this is another wooden deck, and we have this swinging hanging chair over here, as well as a built-in conversational pit right here, which is an underrated feature at any home. Always like a nice conversation pit. A lot of good conversations can be used there. Behind me is a jacuzzi as well, which is a nice touch to have. Very usable in the Swedish climate. And right here we have a shower attachment, so after you get out of the chlorine pool, you can rinse off, make sure you're fresh, and then head inside to your beautiful spa bathroom. That wraps it up for the main living floor as well as the backyard. Now let's meet downstairs, because I want to show you one of the coolest garage entrances of all time. So let's head there right now. So making our way from the front entrance here, one thing I want to point out too is there's a little bit of bounce to these stairs, which is super nice, because when you walk here, you feel nice and soft. It's not like harsh feeling. But right now we're in one of the coolest parts of this home. This is the mudroom that comes out from your garage. And as you can see, we got the circular light again like we did in the foyer from the front entrance. And back here we got that recessed lighting, making it super dramatic in here, and you can hang your coats, put your shoes away. We got some more cabinetry on the back, but let's head in to the garage. So as you can see, this has to be one of the coolest entrances to a home ever. I mean, the natural design of this with all the rocks and the cave that they made out of this is super unique. I like the lighting that they did in here with all the torches that give it that warm cave lighting. And if you could feel through the camera, you can feel that it's very cold in here. So in Sweden, sometimes when you do wine cellars, you don't even have to put it temperature control. You can just put it on the ground because it keeps the temperature very low. So in here it's always going to be nice and cool. So on a hot summer day, this is going to be a perfect spot to be as well. Behind me is a dramatic staircase that we're going to walk down right now. And this is going to lead to your garage space. But pay attention here still. We got this iron railing right here and that natural stone the whole way. This is all just raw, real stone. Nothing fake about this whatsoever. And if you remember quickly, in the beginning of the video, I told you there was a 3-car garage down here. This is that 3-car garage. So these stairs are the equivalent of the ones that we walked up in the beginning, but this one is going to be indoors underground. And this garage, super unique. As you can tell, very raw, real. We're inside of a mountain. One of the coolest garages I've ever seen. And this is worth pointing out as well. As you can tell here, this is for the TNT that was blowing up the mountain right there. And TNT, fun fact, was made by a Swedish guy called Alfred Nobel. So when there's that Nobel Peace Prize every year, just know that's the guy who actually created TNT. Fun fact. And that pretty much wraps it up for the garage floor and the underground tunnel. So let's head up to the 3rd floor so I can show you the master bedroom and entertainment loft. So let's all get up on this floor right now, which is one of my favorite ones, because as you can tell in the background, we got this super nice glass paneling, which overlooks the whole city and your backyard, which makes this super, super open space. And let's also take a moment to appreciate how open this is and how much air comes in here as well as natural light. Really good touch. If you pay attention as well, there's another squirrel on the top of that tree. Thought that was a nice, cute detail that they thought about. This is what you get greeted by as you get up here. This will be your entertainment loft. So we got a pool table right here in the middle that is ready for action, as well as a TV on the back wall. And behind me is some glass shelving where you can put your favorite collectibles as well as some books, art, whatever you want to put in those glass shelves. It's very nicely made. Now let's head over here. We got more glass paneling on the side here, overlooking your living room. And this right here is a very unique piece right here. It's designed by Urju Kukkapuru, and you're like, who is that? Well, that's a Finnish designer who was once very drunk, a very, very drunk man. He sat down at the end of a night into this pile of snow and was like, well, this is super comfortable. So then the next day he went up and he started designing this chair, and this is the end result of that chair. So it's one of the most comfortable chairs ever, and it's kind of a fun backstory with a drunk Finnish man finding comfort in a pile of snow. So I thought it was worth mentioning. But let's head over here now, because this designer carpet is going to lead us into two different bedrooms. This one is one of my personal favorites. It's one of my personal favorites because it is very much Scandinavian feel in here. The lightness, the airiness, the window, everything here screams Scandinavia, and I really like this, and this is what I was brought up with. So for me, this feels like home. Bringing it on the other side of this corridor is going to be this oversized bedroom. This one a little bit more American style, because instead of the wood floors, we're going to have a carpet, which screams more American for me. So you got a little best of both worlds in here. Now, let's get over to this side of the home, because this is going to be your master bedroom and your primary bathroom. So heading on in here, first to point out, we got beautiful views in here out of Globen, Stockholm, which is basically our Vegas sphere of Stockholm, which is a pretty cool view to have, as well as this dual sink right here. And once again, really cool faucet design. And even here, the sink in the middle is curved like a wave. I think that flows beautifully, and it's a super nice detail. If I sneak in here, we're gonna end up into the shower, and this one has that body jets. And if you look behind me, we got a glass from floor to almost ceiling, so you get that more openness and airiness and feel bigger in here. I really like how they designed this. Another thing that is unique about this bathroom is that we have the laundry space up here as well. So everything laundry wise is on this floor, which is super nice because you don't have to haul your stuff up and down floors. You can just make it right here, straight into the bedroom, no problem. Another unique feature of this home that we normally don't see in Swedish homes, which is more French, is going to be this bidet right here. It's one of my personal favorites. I love a bidet, but it's not a very Swedish thing. It's more of a French thing, and I like how they have that in this home. Now, let's head into the primary bedroom. This is the final bedroom of this property, and as you can tell, it is a super cool one that we saved for the end. This one here is one of my personal favorite bedrooms of all time. I think they encapsulate the whole thing beautifully. We got this stone wall on the back here and a TV as well. We got additional shelving and a bar that we can use as well to store some drinks. We got these picturesque windows that can open up, and it has that beautiful view of Stockholm, just like the bathroom. Additional built-in cabinets and an oversized king-size bed right here. And this bed has a super unique bed frame because we got this squared cushion material on the backside, but it also wraps around all the way over. So it creates that super cozy feeling. It's almost like you're in your own personal cocoon as you sit there in your bed getting ready for a good night of sleep. This one has a sliding barn door that opens up into your walk-in closet with a frosted glass paneling, and another area where you can have a mini bar so you can have your favorite drinks always ready to go. I think overall this is a beautiful bedroom, and that pretty much wraps it up for the top floor. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this video from my home country, Sweden. Comment down below what you like most about this home, what you didn't like about this home, and then I'll catch you guys in the next video every single Monday.